That receding hairline though. I may be going bald. I don't know. When Cher buys a bag of candy and gives one piece to everyone, what is she doing? She's sharing. Okay, so welcome to FDM Transtastic. I'm Emil, and this week's topic is health. So, I'm sorry that I'm late, first of all, but I have been very busy, and I very much mean that. I have a lot to do. I'm actually performing live with my own music for the first time on Friday, and I don't know all of the songs by heart. And I have basically 2 days to get it done. And I'm very nervous, but I think it's gonna go well. We're gonna be at Transfest, so if anyone's in Stockholm and is going there, at the club on Friday night is where I'm performing, and Christian is gonna be interpreting the songs into Swedish Sign Language, so I think it's gonna be really cool. I just need to make sure that I actually know the songs by heart. Anyway, this week's topic is health, and I'm just gonna ramble on about my thoughts on health. I'm very passionate about health, and I'm very passionate about redefining health in a way, because you have physical health and you have mental health, and while we know that they obviously work together, we tend to separate them. We tend to talk about physical health and mental health very separately, and there's definitely a place for that. Like, sometimes you need to talk about them separately, but for me it has helped so much to start viewing them as just two parts of a whole. So for me, before I used to separate physical health and mental health, and it made it really hard for me to become healthier, because if I tried to become healthier physically, I thought, well, I need to work out and I need to maybe eat a little bit less, because I do eat a very healthy diet. But then I wouldn't be able to do that because my mental health would get in the way, and I wouldn't really know what to do. So what I have figured out works for me is to just figure out how I work personally. And I realized that sometimes if I try to very much limit my diet, I start to fall into this toxic cycle. Because I've had a sort of difficult relationship with food. I've never had disordered eating, but I know that I could fall into that because I've had a very much anxiety related to eating and stuff like that. And I've noticed that when I try to limit my diet in some way, sometimes if I want to eat something in particular, or I want to eat a little bit more than I was originally going to, sometimes if I've tried to limit myself, I start thinking that I'm like a bad person, I'm like dumb or useless, or like, why can't you do this, it's such a simple thing, and I start thinking negative things about my body. And in order to not think that, I found that the best way for me is to just say to those thoughts, no, excuse you, you're wrong, and to sort of show it. I go and I eat the thing that I want to eat. And for me, this does not lead to me overeating or becoming super unhealthy, it just leads to me freeing my mind. This has helped me so much, and I very much tell myself that my body is perfect just the way it is. I don't need to change unless I want to. So if I want to have a little bit more food this one time, it's fine. It's fine. And since I started doing this, I've started to be able to relatively regularly go to the gym. I've been sick for the past week, so I haven't been able to go, but I've actually really wanted to go, and I've been able to I've started to cook my own food a lot more, even when I'm not really feeling like it. I cook healthy food and I eat it, and I just feel myself becoming a much more healthy person, and I feel a lot better. And I've started taking supplements for my food, like magnesium and some other stuff, and it's just been great for me. So for me, I'm not saying this is gonna work for everyone, but for me, just figuring out how I work has really helped for me, and to start viewing mental health and physical health as one thing. Sometimes I have to think more about my mental health and realize that if I am of good mental health, that makes me more able to go to the gym and to stand in the kitchen and cook my food and make it really healthy, and that leads to me having better physical health. And vice versa, if I have good physical health, I'll have a lot of energy in my body, which will lead to my body being better able to handle anxiety, which, you know, is a mental health problem. And so, yeah, it becomes a positive cycle when you take care of them as a whole. I find, for me personally, we're not all the same. Yeah, I think it's really important to remember that mental and physical health are intertwined, and sometimes it can be really good to look at them as two parts of a whole, like a little avocado that sticks together. The avocado of health. Anyway, okay, so I gotta go now, but it has been nice to be here and see you again. Again, I'm sorry I'm late, I'm so sorry, but I'll be there on Monday next week. I hope, I have so much to do. Take care of yourselves, think of your health in a healthy way, and yes, love you. Bye.